Have you ever found yourself thinking back on something that happened, replaying it, and wondering what could have been different?
Oh, absolutely. Or maybe what must have been going on that you didn't see at the time?
Exactly. Or even what you should have done instead. And then maybe you realize it's kind of tricky to say that perfectly in English.
It really is. Getting past the simple past tense to capture those nuances, possibility, certainty, regret, that's where English gets really interesting. And it's often a sticking point for learners, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. So welcome everyone to a special deep dive today. We're going to really try and unlock these past modal verbs.
And we're doing it using something a bit different, not a dry textbook, but a series of, well, snapshots from the life of someone named Robert.
Right, we've got a bunch of sentences, maybe 24 or so, that give us glimpses into his life, his work, his decisions.
And our mission really is to use each sentence about Robert to explore a specific past modal verb. We'll break down what it means in context, give a quick grammar pointer if needed,
And talk about why getting these right is so important for, sounding clearer and maybe a bit more sophisticated in English.
This isn't just about grammar rules, is it? It's about giving you practical tools.
Exactly. By the end, you should feel much more comfortable using these structures yourself to talk about the past with more precision. Okay, ready to dive into Robert's world.
Let's do it. And maybe just a quick reminder first. When we talk about these past modals, the structure is usually the modal verb like should, could, must, plus have, plus the past participle, like should have gone or must have seen.
Right, that have plus the past participle tells us we're looking back at the past. Good point. Okay, sentence number 1 gives us a classic scenario. Robert should have attended the conference last week.
Okay, so straight away, should have attended tells us two things. One, he didn't attend. Two, attending was probably a good idea, or maybe even expected of him.
So there's a sense of regret. Or maybe someone's a bit critical of his choice.
Exactly, should have, plus past participle, it signals that past advice or obligation that wasn't followed, a missed good step, basically, often carries that hint of regret or criticism.
Makes sense. I think we've all felt that. Okay, next, looking at potential. He could have become a university professor with his qualifications.
Could have become, this one's about possibility or ability in the past that just didn't happen.
So he had the qualifications, the opportunity maybe, but he didn't end up becoming a professor.
Precisely. The potential was there, but the path wasn't taken. It's different from just saying he could teach well back then. Could have stresses the unrealized possibility.
That's a really useful distinction. Okay, so from possibility to certainty, sentence 3, the students must have misunderstood the instructions.
Right. Must have misunderstood. This isn't just a guess. It's a strong conclusion based on evidence.
Like maybe they all failed the assignment or did something completely wrong.
Something like that. Whatever the evidence is, it leads us to be almost certain they didn't get the instructions right. Must have shows that high degree of certainty about the past. A logical deduction.
Okay, so must have for strong deductions. What if we're less sure? Like in sentence 4, he might have forgotten about the teacher's meeting.
Good contrast. Might have forgotten. Now we're in the realm of possibility, but it's weaker than must have.
So it's possible he forgot, but maybe there are other reasons he missed it. We're not sure.
Exactly. It's a plausible explanation, but we're leaving room for doubt. It's speculation, not a firm conclusion.
Got it. Less certain than must have. Okay, now the flip side of the first one. Robert shouldn't have postponed the exam without notice.
Right, shouldn't have postponed. This implies he did postpone it without notice.
And looking back, that was a bad move. A mistake.
Yes, that's the implication. It was the wrong thing to do, or something he likely regrets. So shouldn't have is for regret or disapproval about something that did happen in the past.
Okay, that makes sense. A past action seen negatively. Now thinking about outside factors, the school could have offered him better resources.
This is another use of could have. Here, the focus shifts. It's not about Robert's ability, but the school's.
Meaning the school had the capacity or the chance to give him better stuff, but they didn't.
Exactly. It highlights a missed opportunity, but the responsibility or lack of action lies with the school. It's still about an unrealized past possibility.
Interesting how could have can point fingers in different directions. Okay, let's do something about Robert's effort. He must have worked very hard to prepare those materials.
Yes. You look at the quality, maybe the sheer volume of materials, and you think, wow, that took effort.
So, must have worked. is another strong deduction based on what we see now.
Absolutely. A very confident conclusion about a past action based on present evidence. Almost undeniable.
Right. Now, back to a bit of uncertainty, this time about communication. They might not have received his email about the schedule change.
Might not have received. Here, we're speculating about something not happening in the past.
It's possible they didn't get the email, which could explain why they missed the change.
Precisely. It's a possible explanation for a problem, but it's floated tentatively. We're not sure if that's the real reason. There's doubt.
Okay, so might not have for those uncertain negative possibilities. Let's circle back to Robert's choices. Robert should have consulted his colleagues first.
Again, should have consulted. This implies he didn't ask his colleagues.
And in hindsight, talking to them would have been the better thing to do.
That's the message. It was advisable, maybe standard practice, but he skipped that step. Classic should have for past advice about something omitted.
Seems like common sense advice in many jobs. Now, something completely different in possibility. He couldn't have predicted the pandemic's impact on education.
Couldn't have predicted. This is strong. It means it was genuinely impossible for him to foresee that.
So, no way he could have known. It wasn't just difficult, it was impossible.
Exactly. It removes any expectation or blame. It states a past impossibility, not just a missed chance or lack of skill. Very different from didn't predict.
That's a crucial difference, yeah. It absolves him, really. Okay, another strong deduction. The committee must have considered his experience.
Yes, similar to the worked hard one. Maybe he got the job or a promotion, so we deduce they must have taken his experience into account.
It's the logical conclusion based on the outcome.
Right. Must have considered shows high certainty about a past thought process or action by others.
And from certainty back to a bit less. He might have underestimated the student's abilities.
Might have underestimated, again, that softer touch. It's possible he misjudged them.
Could explain why a lesson didn't go well, perhaps, but it's just one possible factor.
Precisely. It's speculation, acknowledging uncertainty. Not a firm judgment, more like a tentative hypothesis.
Useful for suggesting possibilities politely.
Okay.
Okay, how about self-improvement that didn't happen? Robert should have requested more training sessions.
So the implication is he didn't ask for more training.
And looking back, doing so would have been good for him. For his career.
Yes, that's the idea. It points to a missed opportunity for personal or professional development. Regret about not taking an action that would have helped.
We're definitely seeing that should-have pattern for missed beneficial actions. Now, back to the institution. The school could have provided better technology.
Similar to the resources example.
Yeah.
Could have provided suggests the school had the capability or option to offer better tech.
But they didn't. Another missed opportunity, but on the school's part.
Exactly. Potential that wasn't fulfilled by an external party.
Makes sense. And how about the sheer time commitment of teaching? He must have spent hours grading those papers.
Oh, absolutely. Anyone who's seen a stack of essays knows this feeling.
So must have spent. Is that strong deduction again based on the known nature of the task?
Yes, a very confident inference about the time and effort involved in a past activity.
You know, as we go through these examples from Robert's life, I really hope you, the listener, are starting to feel these distinctions clicking.
Yeah, it's not just about definitions, is it? It's seeing them used in different situations. Regrets, deductions, possibilities.
That's what makes them stick, I think.
Yeah.
Seeing the context.
Absolutely. It shows how flexible and useful these structures are for talking about the past in a nuanced way.
Okay, let's pick up with another common teaching scenario. Robert shouldn't have assumed everyone understood.
Right. Shouldn't have assumed. So this tells us he did make that assumption.
And it turned out to be wrong. Led to problems.
That's the strong implication. Assuming understanding was a mistake shouldn't have, again, points to a past action, or in this case, a mental state that was incorrect or regrettable.
A lesson many teachers probably learn the hard way. Okay, next. Potential limited by circumstances. He could have achieved better results with more time.
Could have achieved. Here it suggests the potential for better results was there.
But something held him back.
Yeah.
In this case, lack of time.
Exactly. It's a past possibility that wasn't fully realized because a necessary condition, more time, was missing. A kind of what-if scenario.
Got it. Could have. For potential, limited by conditions. Now, back to impossibility. The department couldn't have known about the budget cuts?
Couldn't have known. Again, very strong. It asserts it was genuinely impossible for them to possess that information at that time.
No way they could find out. No information available.
Correct. It completely negates the possibility of past knowledge, ruling out any negligence or failure to find out.
Very clear. Very definitive. Okay, from impossibility to strong positive emotion. He must have felt proud of his students' progress.
Yes. Based on seeing the students improve and knowing Robert cares, we strongly deduce his emotional reaction.
A logical conclusion about his feelings.
Precisely. Must have felt is a common way to make strong deductions about past emotions based on the situation.
A nice rewarding feeling for him, presumably. And finally, let's reflect on workload. Robert should have balanced his workload better.
Okay, so should have balanced implies he didn't manage his workload effectively.
And this probably led to stress, maybe burnout. And a better balance was advisable.
That's the clear suggestion. It's regret or advice about past personal management, highlighting a wiser path not taken.
Something many people can probably relate to. And one more, about trust. The principal must have trusted his judgment.
Must have trusted. Similar to the other must-have examples, we're making a strong inference.
Based on what? Maybe the principal gave him a lot of responsibility or defended his decisions.
Exactly. Based on the principal's actions or the situation, we conclude with high certainty that this trust existed in the past.
Well, what a journey through Robert's experiences.
Yeah.
And through the nuances of these past modals, we've seen strong conclusions with must-have, possibilities with could-have and might-have, regrets and advice with should have and shouldn't have, and even impossibility with couldn't have.
Hopefully you, our listener, are feeling more confident now about how to use these. It's about moving beyond just saying what happened to expressing how we view what happened, the certainty, the possibility, the regret.
It really adds depth to how you can talk about the past, doesn't it?
It does. And, this raises a bigger point. Understanding these isn't just about passing a grammar test. It's about thinking more critically.
How so?
Well, when you read a news report or listen to someone explain a past event, noticing which past modal they use tells you a lot about their perspective, their certainty, their judgment. It helps you interpret information more effectively.
That's a great point. It's about understanding the subtext, the nuance.
Exactly. It sharpens your comprehension and your ability to engage with complex ideas about the past.
So, now that you've walked through Robert's world with us, here's something to think about. Start listening for these modals yourself.
Yeah, pay attention when you're reading, listening to conversations, even just thinking about your own past.
Notice when people say must have, could have, should have.
Yeah.
Think about why they chose that specific modal. And maybe think about your own Robert moments. What's something you should have done differently or something that must have happened behind the scenes in your own past?
That kind of active noticing, connecting it to your own experiences, that's what really makes it stick. It moves from just knowing the rule to actually using it naturally.
A great way to solidify everything we've covered. Really make these powerful tools your own.
Robert English Coach.